2 steps away from the Super Bowl. And we're underway in this NFC Divisional matchup. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Down. 52 blue. Under 10. Set.
The first carry now for Jonathan Rose. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
Play action now. Young. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Needle blue. Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tricks away from one. And the Vikings, they're off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll have a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. It's inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I appear in this.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-zip.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Trevor Etienne to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Ready. Blast it. 45. White. Blue, black.
On the draw, this is Brooks. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Blue striker. Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Now Young. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. You start with a string of incompletions, Brock. You've told me this before. Getting that first one to connect feels really good.
Yeah, it just kind of settles you down and everybody else around you. Not too different than seeing the ball go through the net or make a nice birdie putt. Yeah, you just want to gain some confidence.
Let's go. Hut.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked out by the Vikings going the other way. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead off the turnover. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good work so far. He's got room. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Yellow. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Out of the gun, Young. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Called in left side. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Black shot. Yellow. 22. Ready.
4th down. Young throwing. He's got it to his running back. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. So they go for it on 4th, partner, and they get it in a big way, 25 yards.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Running the toss here to Brooks. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line. Second down.
Down. Yellow. Set.
Young working from the gun. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Set. Ready.
Running the throw here on third. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Each round of the playoffs, Brock, getting some early points becomes more and more important. And they're on the board here in the divisional round.
Pretty tricky round for a lot of teams to get through, which makes some early momentum, to your point, all the more valuable. They're doing all they can to avoid getting tripped up before that conference.
And the point after's missed, so this remains a 7-point ball game. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. And he gets crunched by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Taken in by Addison, left side. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs from 37. On 1st down, they'll run. Continuing to move past the 45. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one hits for 30. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. He lost her a little, down to the 30. And stop coming from Henry To'o.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Going on 3rd, McCarthy. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Green Jack. Let's go. Move 32. Check.
1st down, Young. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game.
Vikings get there. They're going to win this run. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Vikings have played to an early lead. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break.
Okay.
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. Carolina in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Beginning this drive with a run by Allen. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
70 Lions. Go.
McCarthy looking to throw. It's a screen play for Allen. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Set. Hut.
Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. Hut.
It's caught left side by Hill. And he's brought down at the line.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Set, hut. Red, yep, yellow, 22. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. He couldn't do it.
And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That goes for a gain of just 1. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First and 10.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got a man left. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. They drop it with a big hit. And at least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
The 17-yard line.
Another throw here for McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready up.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Cougar 19. Go.
Here he is on 3rd and short. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The 6-yard line.
Set. Move. 72. Move. Ready.
Back to the air. McCarthy escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Come on, set, hut.
Shotgun snap now to Young. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
A second down throw for Young. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. First and 10 from the 32.
Set, hut. Yellow.
Man in motion here.
Ready.
To the air on first down. Young. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is gonna end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Ready. Set.
Young working from the gun. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Going for it with Brooks. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And they're going to be set up with 1st and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Check smash. Check Viking 18.
They go to him again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get more points to end a lopsided first half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Come on.
Throwing here just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Setting him on the dive. Escapes the defender. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first 2 plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only 1 play away from putting points on the board.
They give it to him again. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here we go, set.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Ready.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. against the blitz. They set up the screen. Brooks. And he's brought down after a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Blue, here we go. Ready?
Out of the gun, Young. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Cycle. Set, ready. Ready.
Third and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
And this isn't going to do it. The kick is no good. And they continue to trail by 21.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On play action now, McCarthy. Buying some time right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate, because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue, and that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
Play action, McCarthy. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. Has a big strike to Addison. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on third and 17. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. McCarthy to throw it. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
Completed right side to Addison. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Again, McCarthy to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to be safe with first and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go. Go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Here's another for him. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. On the return, this is Etienne. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On the ready.
First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's going deep this time. And they took their shots, went unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Downfield, and he's got McMillan. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the third. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Right.
The Panthers will line up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And no connection on the two-point try. It fails. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Right up the gut. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, you really create some indecision now defensively.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's Vikings football, and they know they are just 1 quarter away from advancing. We've set it down from 37. They'll run here on first down. Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
On the double.
Back to the well again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Working quickly here.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down.
Let's go.